Hello and welcome to the April 2022 Lunar Mansion Magic Guide. My name is Nate, or you might know me as Post-Muggleism, and this is my YouTube channel. Thanks for watching. This month there were only a limited number of Lunar Mansion elections for us to work with. In general, it was kind of a shit month, honestly. However, having said that, I did manage to find a couple of talisman-worthy elections in each of the 4 time zones included in this video, so stick around for that. And a quick reminder, please do consider clicking like and subscribing to my channel if you like this content. That way you get notified when I produce new videos and other people like you can find my content. Thanks. Typically, I wouldn't consider any election which didn't have at least a trine or maybe a conjunction to a benefic, but this month the pickings were a little slim, so I did include a few that just had a sextile. Having said that, there's still some very good opportunities to do magic this month, so let's get into those details now. Of all the Lunar Mansion elections in April, there were 4 that really stood out to me. In order, that's the 7th Lunar Mansion of Aldira, which is for having your prayers answered, the 8th Lunar Mansion of Al-Nathra for victory, the 17th Lunar Mansion Al-Jabha for protection from thieves, and the 28th Lunar Mansion, a personal favorite, Batn al-Hut, which is for gathering fish, or abundance and prosperity. These are the Lunar Mansion elections for the EST time zone. Given the late nature of when I'm recording and releasing this video, we've missed the only talisman-worthy election in the first week of the month in the Eastern time zone. It's not much of a loss, honestly, is Aldebaran, so unless you need to besiege a city or destroy an enemy or something, you can probably do without it. But the good stuff starts towards the latter end of the month. So this first slide, there's not going to be very much to look at. I've highlighted the talisman-worthy elections so that they stand out here in the presentation. On the 21st of the month, you have an opportunity to work in the 22nd Lunar Mansion, which is for healing and binding tongues. Due to the sextile with Mars as the major aspect that makes this a talisman-worthy election, I would lean towards the binding of tongues. On the next day, the 22nd, you have 2 opportunities to do magic in the 23rd Lunar Mansion, which is for separation or healing illness. What's interesting about this election is that the theme of this mansion is really separation. So when we think about healing illness, which is a more positive use for it, you might want to frame that in terms of removing the illness, like separating the illness from the person as the goal or the intention of your working. The last election of the month is also probably the best. The moon is conjunct Jupiter in Pisces in the 28th Lunar Mansion of Batn al-Hut, which is named the belly of the fish and is said to be good for gathering fish, which means abundance or prosperity. So this is a waning election, which means that the results may be delayed or diminished in some sense, but it's a wholly benefic mansion, so you don't have to worry about it backfiring or anything like that. The outcomes of magic done here in the 28th mansion will always be beneficial. Here are the Lunar Mansion elections for the PST time zone for April. The first Lunar Mansion election for April in the PST time zone is a good one. On April 7th, the moon conjuncts the ascendant and trines Venus in the 8th Lunar Mansion of Al-Nathra, which is for victory. Late in the day, on Saturday, April 16th, the moon trines Mars in the 17th Lunar Mansion of Al-Jabha for protection from thieves. Then just after midnight, on Thursday, April 21st, the moon sextiles Mars on the ascendant in the 22nd Lunar Mansion, which is good for healing and binding tongues. On Friday the 22nd, there are 2 opportunities to work magic in the 23rd Lunar Mansion, which is good for separation and healing illness, which you should think of as separating the illness from someone, removing their illness. The first of these 2 opportunities is not long after midnight and features the moon on the ascendant, trine Mercury, and sextile Venus. The second opportunity, which is still in the fairly early morning, features the moon on the midheaven, trine Mercury, and the north node. On the 26th of the month, the moon in the 27th mansion features an opportunity to cause a fall from grace, but it is also conjunct Venus, which waters down the malefic nature of that mansion a bit. So I would think that that might manifest as either a fall in terms of someone's social position or a gentle fall, a graceful fall. And finally, the 27th of the month features the best lunar mansion election for the PST time zone, with the moon conjunct Jupiter in Pisces in the 28th lunar mansion, known as the belly of the fish, for gathering fish, meaning abundance and prosperity. And for our friends in Europe, here are the lunar mansion elections for the CET time zone. The first two lunar mansion elections in the CET time zone in April are on April 6th and April 7th. On the 6th, while the moon is in the 7th lunar mansion, we have an opportunity when it conjuncts the midheaven and sextiles the sun to help have your prayers answered. And on the 7th, when the moon is trine Venus in the 8th lunar mansion, we have an opportunity to petition for victory. On the 17th of the month, we have an excellent opportunity to create a talisman for protection from thieves, with the moon trine Mars in the 17th lunar mansion of Al-Jaba. On Thursday, the 21st, we have two opportunities to create a talisman for destruction or for sudden transformation, when the moon is on the ascendant and later the midheaven trine the sun in the 21st lunar mansion. On Friday, the 22nd, we have an opportunity to create separation or to heal an illness, when the moon is on the midheaven, trine Mercury, and sextile Venus in the 23rd lunar mansion. Saving the best for last, the final lunar mansion election for the month is on Wednesday, April 27th, featuring the moon conjunct Jupiter and Venus in Pisces in the 28th lunar mansion Bat Malhud, the belly of the fish, which is known for gathering fish or creating prosperity and abundance. And finally, these are the lunar mansion elections for the AET time zone in April. On Thursday, April 7th, there are two opportunities for having your prayers answered, when the moon conjuncts the ascendant and later the midheaven in the 7th lunar mansion of Aldera. In the first of these two opportunities, the moon also trines Mars, and in the second, it trines Venus. Given that you're trying to appeal to a higher power and have your prayers answered, I would suggest that the option with Venus is the one that's a little bit stronger. Then on Thursday, April 21st, we have an opportunity to create a very different type of talisman, one for destruction or for causing sudden transformations, when the moon conjuncts the ascendant and sextiles Mars in the 21st lunar mansion. The next 2 days, the 22nd and 23rd, provide very different opportunities for creating healing talismans. The first of which, on the 22nd, features the moon conjunct the ascendant and trine Mercury and the North Node in the 22nd lunar mansion, known for healing and binding tongues. Then on Saturday the 23rd, while the moon is in the 23rd lunar mansion and sextile Jupiter on the midheaven, we have an opportunity to create a talisman for separation and healing illness. Then on Wednesday, April 27th, the AET time zone has the very best opportunity this month to create a talisman in the 27th lunar mansion, known for causing a fall from grace, while the moon is on the midheaven and trine the south node. And later that morning, we have what is probably the best election of the month in the AET time zone, with the moon conjunct Jupiter and Venus in Pisces in the 28th lunar mansion, the belly of the fish, which is known for gathering fish. If you're new to Lunar Mansion Magic, I suggest that you look through the resources section. I have provided links to some helpful resources, including my own quick start guide to Lunar Mansion Magic, as well as several other resources like Christopher Warnock's website and his fabulous book, Mansions of the Moon. Also, some searches on Amazon to give you an idea of where to find the materials for making talismans and other things like that. And that's it for the April 2022 Lunar Mansion Magic Guide. Thanks for watching. I know this video was a little shorter than the other ones I've produced, but I was a little behind schedule because of my birthday and some other things, and there just weren't that many great elections to work with this month anyway. So I decided to keep it short and sweet. But never fear, I have some ideas for other videos I want to put out this month, and of course, before long, it'll be time for the May Lunar Mansion Magic Guide, so stay tuned to my YouTube channel. Thank you for watching. Please click like and subscribe if you enjoyed this content, and share it with your friends. Thanks for watching.